Hello there. Well, do you have a busy week ahead? You know, a lot of times, just because you're cooking for two, it doesn't mean that you sit at home all day with your feet propped up. You have stuff to do, stuff going on. So, if that's you, if you have a busy week ahead and you need a really quick and easy recipe to fix up on a weeknight or the weekend, whichever, I have the recipe for you. I think that you're gonna love this. It's really kind of like a classic pizza, but with a little bit of a twist, okay? We're gonna do a barbecue chicken pizza with feta cheese. Okay, now I know some of you may not like gourmet pizzas, but we love them. If you haven't figured out by now, Kyle and I, there's not much we don't like, and we love to try different things. So that's what we're doing tonight. Before I get into this recipe, I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching the video. And if you would like the full recipe, all you have to do is go to my website. That's cookit42two.com. You can subscribe to my blog there. You will have all my recipes, pictures, stories, all that good stuff. And also, while you're at it, just jump on over to YouTube. I've got a YouTube channel in case you didn't know. You can watch videos there. Be sure and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell. If you do that, then every time I put a new video out, which I try to do weekly, then you're going to get notified and you'll know there's a new recipe to try. All right, so all that said, everything that you would do would definitely help me out, help my business out, and in return, it'll help you out. Because the more you like, the more you comment, the more you share, I'm gonna know you really like that. Or, I might not better do that again. So again, thank you so much for watching. Now let's get started. I've mise-en-placed, so I have all of my stuff right here ready, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. I left a few things to do just on camera to, you know, so I can kind of slice and cook with y'all. We're gonna go ahead and slice up some mushrooms. Now these mushrooms are really big, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave them whole because, you know, they're gonna shrink up when we cook them, and I don't want them teeny tiny. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave these mushrooms whole. So get these sliced up, and I don't think, I may not need all that. We're gonna put them on the pizza and we'll see. If we need more, we can always cut up some more. Next thing, I have some of these really pretty tomatoes. Oven is saying I'm ready. I'm gonna slice these tomatoes up. They're small, and I'm just gonna give them a slice. And you wanna do them kind of thin. You don't want them to be really thick because you want these tomatoes to cook really quick. So we're gonna slice these up. Again, I'll probably just cut up a couple, and that way I can always slice up some more if I need it. We are just fixing one pizza because I also have a little surprise. So stick around because I have another little recipe that I'm gonna do that you don't wanna miss, because you can throw it with this pizza, and it's a side salad, but it has a little twist to it too, and it goes really good with this pizza. Okay, so here we have the mushrooms, tomatoes. I have some yellow pepper that I've already chopped up, just like a rough chop, okay? You don't want it really small. We have some feta cheese. Now, for this pizza, you know, I said it was a barbecue chicken pizza. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna use barbecue sauce instead of marinara, the traditional sauce or a cheese sauce. We're going with barbecue sauce. So yes, you know, I think the last video I did had to do with barbecue sauce. I guess I'm just kind of hungry for it. That's gonna be our sauce. And you can use any kind of barbecue sauce you want. I a lot of times like to make my own, but again, just using jar to just make it easy, make it quick. This one actually is a Sweet Baby Ray's sweet and spicy. This one is one that we really do like, so that's what I'm going with tonight. Also, I did want to show you, okay, we're just using a pre-made pizza crust, okay? You can make your pizza yourself. You can stop by the pizza place, pick up some crust. Of course, that would be delicious. But again, just, you know, for time's sake, to make this really easy, this is just a pre-made crust. You can pick them up at most any grocery store. All right, and I've got that on the pan. So now let me slide this up just a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Also, I did want to tell you, I have another way to make this really simple and easy and quick is I just picked up a rotisserie chicken. That way it's already cooked, you don't have to worry about it, and you're actually going to have some left so you could use it for another meal, chicken salad, you know, chicken soup, whatever you want to do. But what I did was I went ahead and put a little bit of the barbecue sauce in with the chicken, just a tad. You can tell that I didn't put much, okay, because you can barely see it. But the reason that I did that is because I like to coat it just a little bit so that it's not just dry chicken going on the pizza, because when it's in the oven, you have one side that's going to be on the barbecue sauce, which is your main sauce. But then the other side, there's a lot of it that's exposed to the heat. And sometimes it'll get kind of crunchy or crusty. And you might like that, but I don't. So I like to put a little bit of sauce in there with it before I actually put it on my pizza. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on my pizza. First thing that we're gonna do is, we're gonna go ahead, like I said, this is not a traditional pizza. So let's go ahead, and I have about a half a cup of barbecue sauce. If that's too much for you, then you know what? You can just reduce it. And if you need more, by all means, you put as much as you like. Like I always say, and that's a really great thing about this pizza, it's your kitchen. You can do what you want. So you can change the ingredients. You know, you can fix it this way one night and fix it another way another time, using different meat, different sauces. I mean, you can just go crazy with this and do all different kinds. Now, the good thing about this crust that I'm using, and I think it's called like Mama Maria's maybe, but the crust that I'm using, it has a little lip or a little indentation, so a crease. It makes it really easy to know where to stop with the sauce. All right, so we've got the barbecue sauce. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put out some of our shredded up chicken. Again, this is just a rotisserie chicken, okay? And by the way, my oven is preheated to 500. I know that kind of seems really hot. It is really hot, but we're gonna cook this really quick and we're gonna have a crispy crust. So everything is done on it. The chicken is already cooked. We don't have to cook the chicken. So basically, we're just putting it on a really high heat to crisp the crust. It's kind of a tongue twister. And we're going to get that cheese melted. So just place your chicken. You want to spread it out evenly. You don't want to have big clumps of it anywhere, because you want to have kind of the same amount in every bite. We're going to use, I chose a yellow pepper, but you can choose any color pepper you like. You can mix up the peppers. This is about a half of a cup of a yellow sweet pepper. You could use red, orange. I'm not a big fan of green pepper. I know that's really weird. It's a pepper, but there's something about the flavor of the green pepper. It seems a lot stronger to me. And even Kyle, we're just not fans of it. Got my pepper on there. Next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna put our mushrooms. So let's get our big, pretty mushrooms. These actually are Baby Bellas. That's probably my most favorite. Well, morel mushrooms are really my favorite, but it's really hard to get those. I have a couple of friends that live around me that actually have really good luck when they go in the woods during that season. They find tons of them. But if you've never had morels that you go and you pick out in the woods and you bring them in, you wash them, put them in some butter and cook them on a skillet, you haven't lived, because they are delicious. But these Baby Bellas are going to be really good for this pizza. So we have those on there. Now we're going to go with our tomato slices. I I have went ahead and sliced up another tomato because, you know, I really like to have a lot of topping. I'm the kind of person who, if you're going to put it on there, you know, I want to make sure that there's enough and you don't, you know, it's just not like skimpy. So I want to make sure there's plenty of toppings for every bite. All right, now I have the tomatoes on there. Our last thing before we put this in the oven, actually I'm sorry, I do have to do one more thing. I need to chop up some onion. And I saved this because I wanted to show you we're going to do a vertical slice on this onion. We're not going to just chop it up. We're going to do a vertical slice. I've already peeled the onion. I've cut it in half, okay? And so now I'm going to take this little piece right here, and to get a vertical chop, we're just going to come right here on the side, and we're going to do like little thin slices. We want it to do this way just because it's pretty, shows up better, and it's a little bit more of a bite than, you know, chopped ones. So let's see if that's enough. We may have to add some more. I can't believe I almost forgot the onion. That's one of the best parts. It's amazing to me, which I'm a big onion fan. If you're not, then you're not going to agree with this, but it's amazing to me how the flavor of onion can change stuff. It's just amazing. Like a bowl of beans and cornbread. Oh my gosh, without onion, no. But if you add some onion with that, oh, it's just delicious. But then again, if you don't like onion, like I said, you're not going to agree with that, and that's okay. All right, so we've got purple onion on here. You can use a different kind of onion. I did the purple because it's really pretty and it shows up really well. But if you don't have onion, don't go out and buy purple onion. You can use any kind of onion. Okay, I think that's probably enough. I have some basil cut, but you'll see we'll do that after we pull it out. You don't want to put your fresh herbs on it when you put it in the oven, especially at 500 degrees. If we did that, then when we pulled it out, they would be crispy. So we're going to wait till it comes out. Last step is I have about half a cup of feta cheese. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to sprinkle that right on top. Again, you know, blue cheese would be delicious on this. You can pick whatever kind of cheese you like. If you wanted a good, strong white cheddar, that would be good. I would love to have blue cheese, but if you've watched me long, you know, we don't have much luck finding blue cheese around where I live. So, we love feta, and that works just as well. All right. I've got it ready. Now I'm just going to put it in the oven. So while our pizza is in the oven doing its thing, we're going to throw together a salad really quick. This does not take any time at all. It's really simple. It's so delicious. It doesn't taste simple. I've already cut up some romaine lettuce. So I've got some romaine in there. And as you can see, I'm using my beautiful mango salad bowl, which I absolutely love. I use this thing all the time. Actually, I'll have a link in the description. If you love it and would like to have one in your kitchen, I've got you hooked up. I've got some baby spinach, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw in just about a handful. Woo, this is really big, so I'm gonna, it said, I hate to see a grown spinach if this was baby spinach. I'm gonna tear this up a little bit because it's really big, and I don't like to have a huge bite, so let's do that. Okay, we're gonna mix that up a little bit. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. Okay, have the spinach. You can just pick up a spring mix or, you know, whatever kind if you don't want to do two separate things. But that's what I've got in the fridge. I've got about a half a cup of sliced almonds. You can use slivered almonds. We're going to sprinkle those in there. And again, I've got some of my purple onion. That's what I've been using. It's also beautiful in this salad. But again, if you don't have purple onion, just go ahead and use what you have. It'll be fine. You might not see it, but you're going to be able to taste it. So, or if you're not an onion lover, just omit this part. Okay? Now I have just some mandarin oranges. They're canned oranges, and I've drained all the juice out of them. And now I'm going to add those into my salad. You know, my husband Kyle, he is not a fan of fruit. He really doesn't like citrus at all. He will eat some other fruits occasionally with a lot of sugar on them, but he does not like citrus. But these mandarin oranges, he actually likes them, and he'll eat them. Okay, now I have some poppy seed dressing that I've made up. Again, full recipe will be on my blog, and the recipe for this poppy seed dressing will be on there. As you can see, this is a little like a creamy poppy seed. I did it a little bit different than I normally do, and I also added in some champagne vinegar. If you've never had it before, really you should try it. It does have a slightly different taste. It's really crisp and light, and it works really well in poppy seed dressing. So that's what I have in here. But like I said, if you need that whole recipe, just jump on my blog. You can download it, print it out, whatever you need to do. Now, I'm going to take this. I'm not going to put this whole thing on there. I'm just going to drizzle some. I'll mix it up, because you know, the more it sits, the sweeter and, you know, richer it gets. So I'm just drizzling a little bit. I'm going to mix it up, and then we always have it when we go to eat it. If we feel like we need more, or he might want more and I don't, we can add it individually. Now, I'm taking my little fork and spoon. I'm going to just toss this up. See how easy and quick that was? And look how beautiful and fresh it looks. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know it's almost fall outside. This kind of looks like springtime. But this is one of those salads you can have it any time of the year. All right, so we have our salad finished, and all we have to do now is wait on our pizza to get done. Well, as you can see, the pizza is finished. Is that beautiful or what? And once again, it smells so good. I wish you were here to sit down and have a piece of this with us. The feta, look, it's got a little bit of a brown, crusty, excuse me, I see a little hand coming in close to the pizza. That's really hot if you're that brave. The feta cheese has a little bit of that little burnt right on the ends. Oh my gosh, the mushrooms are good and cooked. Woo! Okay, all we like is I went and clipped off some fresh basil from my little herb garden that I've started, which actually only has basil and mint in it right now, but it's growing. So, oh, I wanted to show you this. Look at these little, I don't even have to cut these, because you want this to kind of be rustic. Look at those little leaves. Are they precious or what? We can just throw those on there. There were several little baby leaves. That would be something if they could make a basil plant that just grew baby leaves. Okay, chopping this up just roughly. Oh, it smells so good. See how beautiful that pop of color does for that pizza? That's why it's always good when you can to just throw some fresh garnish. You can do green onions. A lot of people use parsley, but I'm not a parsley fan. I much rather go with basil. So that's what we're gonna do. And now we are hungry, so we're gonna get our plate ready. Thank you so much for watching today. As always, I hope that there's something in this video that you picked up that you didn't know before, that you can take into your kitchen and you can cook up something quick, easy, and delicious when you're cooking for two. Lord bless you.